To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, choose who can participate. Set up delay between messages, how to put people. Privacy and abide by community guidelines. Hey guys, let me go ahead and start talking for the people who like to come back and watch the replay. So it's your girl Planet Ty, and I am live, and I haven't been live in years, cause period, I've been doing my own thing, just busy and stuff. But anyways, I haven't been live in years, and so I decided to come on today for a few ticks, for a few different reasons. But one of them is just to check in with you guys and see if there's anybody out there who's still even mess with a girl like that. So if it is, that is wonderful. Then I'm going to say, ahead of time, welcome to the chat. I asked the question when you first come in, what are some dating red flags? What are some red flags that you can identify on the date that if you saw them, you would immediately be like, okay, this is not it. I know this is going nowhere based on this red flag. What are they? And I want you guys to light up the chat whenever you come in. Or if you guys catch the replay, feel free to join in and light up the chat there and say, what would your red flags be? Now, one of the questions that I posed, somebody is in here. I can't see them, so I don't know, but welcome. Let me see if I can figure this out, because I haven't did this, and it looks like this system has been changed around a bit. But thank you for the thumbs up. So I'm not really sure how this goes anymore. Let's see if this shows me. Nope. I don't know. So, yep, I can't tell who's in here. So maybe unless if they leave a comment, maybe I'll know that way. But anyhow, one of the questions that I asked on TikTok was, if your date was flirting with the waitress or the waiter, would that be a red flag? And if so, would it be enough for you to end your date over? Or would you just continue the date and then let them know after the date or a little bit later on, like, hey, that was not cool, right? That's one of the things I asked. That video is still growing over there. So far, a few people have said that they would stay on the date, they would eat their meal, and then after that, they would get up out of there and never talk to that person again. So yeah, and then it was a couple of people who said that the date would be over immediately if they saw those red flags. So I don't know, but I definitely want you guys to weigh in and let me know what red flags are considered too much when you're on a date with somebody. What's considered too much to the point where you say, okay, you know what? I can't tolerate that. I got to get out of here. So yeah, that's what I want you guys to chime in on. And I'm not going to stay live very long. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stay live very long. For if the people who decide to come in, wonderful, welcome. The people who don't want to come in, no worries. Keep going. Enjoy your Saturday. The people who want to catch the playback, feel free to do that too. Like I said, I have not been live on YouTube in quite some time. So I'm just testing the water and seeing how everything is going on out there. While I'm waiting for you guys to decide if you're going to play, hot foot potato, whatever, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let me see what else I can do. Oh, I need to get my other phone. That's what I need to do. I need to grab my other phone so I can kind of see what's going on. And Bestie is here. I'm just now seeing, hey, Bestie, a red flag. Let's see. A red flag would be if he's under the influence. Yeah. That's a definite red flag. If you're on a date with somebody and they already under the influence when you just meet them, that's a big red flag. Because why are you under the influence already? Like, if you wanted to have a drink, if that's your influence thing, why couldn't we have a drink together? Especially if we're going to be on a date together. Like, don't get sloppy or nothing, because being drunk is not cute. All right. What else? She said, or if he looks disheveled. You guys, if you guys are on a date with somebody and they appear to be disheveled, not in their best moments, right? Do you guys consider that a red flag? Is that enough for you guys to say, yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here, Or, to say, hey, is everything all right? Everything okay? How is it going, Yeah, if I see somebody looking disheveled, I'm gonna wonder, hey, are you ready? Or maybe, maybe we planned you weren't ready, you didn't have enough time or something. That's what I'm gonna think, like, oh, you didn't have enough time, maybe we should have gave you a little extra time. And let me tell you guys what is still tickling to me of sorts about YouTube's lives. YouTube's lives, people can come in, they could never say anything, they could watch you and you don't really know. Well, actually, you can kind of do that on TikTok too. On TikTok, you can watch people, you can watch the host live. You can't see who's in the chat, but you can watch the host live and the host will never know you're watching, right? But for the people out there, I encourage you come in and say something, because say something, right? If you took the time to scroll past to see what I'm talking about, join the conversation. That's why I am here. Hello, come say something. Dating red flags. What say you? What's too much, right? It's not like it's a right or wrong answer. It's just personal opinion anyhow. Now I got this big old thing of water. Oh, it's big. And I got this water nice and cold, baby, because it's hot out here. It is hot out here in California. Now, for the people who are just like watching and don't want to say nothing, don't want to enter the chat, at least give your girl a thumbs up. Because why not? Why not? You're not doing nothing. Your fingers work. Give me a thumbs up. If your fingers don't work, use your toes. Give me a thumbs up. Because why not? Okay? You guys watching anyhow. Or if he looks disheveled, she says, or if he mentions he has a weapon on. Yeah, if somebody told me that, first of all, why would you be telling me you have a weapon on you if we're on a date? Unless, for what, did you plan on using it on me? Because what I'm trying to figure out is why would you tell me you got a weapon, baby? Would you like to see if I have one? Is that it? Because otherwise, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. By the way, I got a weapon on me. Oh, yeah? What kind of weapon? What you got it for? Now, in all fairness, we all do know that some people, they carry things like weapons and stuff for their protection, and they never know how everything's going to go. But at the same time, I don't think you need to make a public announcement if you have a weapon or something like that. No, if you got one on you, boo, just go ahead and keep it on you. But I don't think you need to tell anybody that you have it on you. I don't know. How y'all feel about that? Get in the comments and stop being shy. But anyways, if you are there at home watching, welcome. Thank you for coming. I would love it if you gave the video a thumbs up. What else? Oh my God, that would be insane. If he's argumentative or confrontational, that is a huge red flag. If we are out on a date and for whatever reason somebody want to get into all that arguing and all that other stuff, baby, we done. We're done. And we're done quick. Because who wants to be on a date with somebody who already in a bad mental state of mind? Yeah, if you got a whole bunch of arguing in your head and your heart, I'm just the wrong person for you. Because that's just like, that's too much. That is too much. And then, here's another thing. Another red flag if you are on a date is if your date constantly is talking about their ex. That is a huge red flag. Okay, let me be very clear about this. If I am on a date with you, I don't want to hear about your ex 24/7. I'm not there for your ex. I'm there for you. I'm there to hear about you. If we talk about that, I really don't care to talk about exes on first dates and stuff like that. But if we happen to have that conversation, just know that it can be really a say less. Say less. That's not a conversation I don't feel like it's a conversation we need to keep going on and on and on about, oh, they did this, they did that, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes people ask like the general question, when was your last relationship? How long did it last? Or like, what happened? Okay, in my opinion, those are general questions, right? When was your last relationship? Oh, my last relationship was boom, here. What happened? We had a difference, in the way we saw things. Still great people, just not for each other, right? Okay, cool. Really enough right there. That's really enough. But for the people who want to go into, me and my ex used to do volleyball together, and every Sunday we had family dinners, and we named a cat Chickpea and all this and that. Oh, good gracious. Are you serious? Like, dude, I don't want to hear about all of that. Like, I don't. I might not want to hear about all that. And I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys actually are open to hearing all this stuff about exes, exes, exes. To me, it's just too much. Never talk about the ex. Yeah, like who wants to keep hearing that? Assembly of Excellence says, never thought I see. Oh, hey, this is I forgot your other name. I see your face in my mind's eye. Hi. I know. I was just saying that it's been a very long time since I've been live. It's actually, as a matter of fact, it's been years since I actually went live on YouTube. And now I'm over here talking about red flags while you're on a date. Like, what would you consider to be red flags if you're dating somebody and they start to do these things on a date? So, anyways, thank you for coming in. So, yeah, entropy. Yes, 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 yes. I couldn't remember. I seen your face the whole time, but I couldn't get the name. Yes. So, you guys, if you, the rest of you guys out there, please come in. You're welcome. Okay. And if you're going to stay out there and just listen in, that's cool. But you can thumbs up this live. That would be nice. That would be nice and helpful. But, anyways, back to these dating red flags about them exes. I don't want to hear the life story about your exes. And another thing, okay, if we're on a date and we're trying to get to know each other, I'm assuming we're trying to get to know the better parts of each other, right? So a red flag and like a little turnoff thing is if we're on a date, just don't tell me about all the tragedy in your life. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say, because sometimes people have had the lion's share of tragedies, like in real life. They have experienced tragedy, and I understand it because we're all human and we all have things. Just to be real, we're all human. We have all went through some kind of stuff that is just like, ugh, unsettling, not cool. Probably need to just pray away the residue of all the stuff that happened so we can just try to live whatever version of normal that we can. But if you're on a date with somebody and they start telling you, life's been really hard, this person died, and then that person died, and then this person died, and then that person died, and then this person had surgery. This person found out they have cancer. This person, oh my God, my cat has cancer. And they keep going on and on and on about these tragedies. It's kind of like you get into a headspace of, your heart is broken for them. Like you just feel broken for them. Like I don't know what else I can give them besides my sympathy, my condolence, some kind gestures and words, and then you really just pray for their healing. It's like mentally you might be sitting there just like praying for their healing. Like this person, they have so much baggage that they just like really need some time to heal. And that's what I've been thinking about. But so I think a red flag on a date, is to stay. If somebody who tries to, what do you say that? What do you say that? Emotion, something, a dump, emotion dump, something. I can't think of the right words right now. But somebody who tries to trauma dump on you, somebody who tries to tell you all the horrible things that's happened in their life, because that, keep in mind, that can turn into like a little form of manipulation too. Like if somebody was saying, oh, I told you, on this day is the anniversary of this person's past, and I told you this and that, and they keep going on and on and on about it. It's just like, okay, well, what exactly would you like me to do here? Like, what are you asking for me to do? You see what I'm saying? So that could be like a red flag too. People who try to pour all their baggage on you on a first date. Like, dude, let's just get to know each other at the core of who we are, human being for human being. Who are we? You know what I mean? So let me see these comments. Okay. Yeah, oversharing can be a form of manipulation, so you got to watch out for that. Yeah, because people could totally do that. They could, and then down the road, they're trying to make their problems your problems. You're like, oh, good gracious. I didn't know that I was signing up for that. Or I'm sure that I was not signing up for that type of energy. So anyhow, some more red flags on a first date. Oh, years ago, this guy who I was getting to know better. He was telling me about a date that he went on with this lady. And he said, him and the lady talked on the phone for a while. She seemed cool. I guess they had the connection that they were looking for. So then they went to go meet. And when he said they were agreeing to meet at the restaurant, And he said when he got to the restaurant, he decided to go there early. And so he was sitting down and he had already ordered himself something to eat. I thought that was a red flag, anyways, that he went to the restaurant before her and ordered something to eat. Because if you guys are supposed to be meeting there together to eat like lunch together, then why did you order food already before she got there? I thought that was strange, but whatever. I'm just, repeating his story. Anyhow, he says when the lady showed up, she showed up with her 3 kids with her on the date. And I was like, whoa, that was a lot. And I was like, well, but did you agree to that? Like, did you know she was bringing her kids on that date? And he was like, well, no, she was supposed to get a babysitter. And when she showed up, the first thing she did is she sat down, she sat her babies down, and she said, did you order me something to eat too? And he was like, well, no, I didn't know what you might want. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I couldn't get a babysitter, so my kids are here to eat with us. And he was like, huh, okay. So that to me, I don't know. Personally, I feel like as a woman, I would have canceled the date. If I could not have gotten a babysitter, I would have canceled the date. I don't think I would just spring up with 3 additional people, especially my babies. If I have 3 babies or whatever, I don't think it's a good idea to just spring up with 3 kids and say, hey, we're all here for this day. Because keep in mind, that was the first time they were even meeting each other. That was the first time. They never met each other before. So to come on board with 3 kids on a date can be extreme. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. If you have a different opinion than that, get in the comments and tell us about it. Because I love reading opinions. That's what I'm here for anyways. But anyways, so I said, okay, so did you stay on the day? Blah, blah, blah. What else happened? He said, so he ate, and then she ordered some food for her and her kids. And then, her and the kids ate, and she said, well, I'm going to take my kids to the park. So let's all go to the park together. So he got in his car, and I don't know how that went. I think he said he got in his car and she got in her car, and he met them at the park. And when he met them at the park, he said he stayed around for a little bit after, but when she started playing with the kids on the swing and stuff, he just kind of backed down and left. He was like, and I was like, wait, did you tell her that you were going or whatever? And he was like, no, because I knew that it wasn't going to be for me. So he said he just left. So I was like, okay. So, and that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. So it's like, where's the courtesy at though? You're not going to even say, I'm dipping, I'm gone. Okay, got something else to do. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for meeting me. No, he said the next time that he heard from that lady, this is ridiculous. He said the next time that he heard from that lady that she had called him and said, oh my God, where are you? And he was like, oh, I just decided to leave. Looks like you and your kids were having fun. And she was like, that scared me. That really scared me that you just vanished and disappeared like that. You should have said something. And I was like, yeah, I do agree with her that he should have said something. I don't know why you just leave and don't say anything. But he didn't say anything anyway. She was kind of worked up behind that. So I think they were each other's red flag in that situation. I think she was the red flag because she brought her kids there, which is very dangerous. A very dangerous thing to do is to bring your kids around a stranger that you don't even know. Let's be real about that, first of all, okay? So anyways, she brought the kids there. So that made her a red flag because he didn't know she was bringing 3 kids with her. But it made him a red flag when he just disappeared like the phantom of the night and left and didn't say anything. Like, dude, well, 2 things. He came there and he ordered food and they were supposed to be on a date. He was already eating when she got there. I think that was very rude. Okay. But what do you guys think? Light up the comments and let me know. Let me look at these comments and see if I'm missing something. Yes, I wish you guys would like the live because that would be like really, decent, I guess. 3 kids on the first date. That's what I said. I said that. So be mysterious and breadcrumbing. What do you mean by that? No, I don't know. I don't think she needs to like if you're talking about her, no, but I think that they should have had an understanding if she was going to bring her 3 kids on a very first date, the very first time they saw each other. My only thought on that was that they should have agreed to that. Like they should have already talked about it is what I'm saying. Like if she said, I'm going to try to get a babysitter, but if I can't get a babysitter, I'm going to need to come with my children. And then if he says, oh, okay, no problem, then I think it's fine. But I think just to show up with 3 kids is it would definitely put me off if I was on a date waiting on a guy at a restaurant and he shows up and he has 3 kids with him And he's like, oh, I couldn't get a babysitter. And I'm thinking, you have got to be kidding me, because now we're playing freaking romper room here. And if I just want to, if I don't know him yet, right? I don't know him. I want to get to know him. How do I get to know him between him interacting with his children and being the dad that he should be being? Like, where's the part that I would fit in at? That's what I would think. So, one thing I can guess is that, well, he probably was feeling the same thing about her. Breadcrumb, what? Bring in the 3 kids. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. She should have yeah, that's what I was thinking. She should have probably just canceled it and waited until she has like an option to just get to know him. Because you guys keep in mind, human beings could be dangerous. Don't forget that part, okay? Human beings are never, don't ever assume that human beings are just wrapped so tight. They're not, okay? So what if this lady is what if she's crazy? What if he's crazy? What if he was crazy the whole time and she didn't know it? And she brought her kids around him. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing that makes me say, I think you should go first and test the water and see if it's safe. Go on and see if it's safe for you. And if it is, okay, then you could, bring your kids around and all that other stuff. But, I think that as parents, people make mistakes. There's no such thing as a perfect person, okay? So let's just put that to bed right there. So people, they make mistakes, lapse in judgment and all that other stuff. But anyways, so there are really like tons of red flags, on a date. Like many, many moons ago, I was just a young person then, younger. Catch it. Anyways, I was on a date with a guy and we were talking. I don't even remember what the conversation was about, honestly. But anyhow, as we were talking about something, he reaches over and he tries to feed me off the fork that just came from your mouth. You're trying to put it in mine. Now you're trying to feed me, but see, that's the thing. I don't know you. So, the thought of it is nice. Hey, Ann Lee. Hey, sis. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm talking about these red flags, these dating red flags today. So if you can think of any red flags that would, make you back away from a date or think twice about it, light up the comments and say something, because that's what I'm over here running my mouth about. But anyways, the guy, he tried to feed me, and I was like, no, thank you. And he was like, here, try it. I was like, no, thank you. And he really, wanted me to try the thing. So I said, okay. I picked up my own fork and said, okay, here, I'll try. I was trying to teach him how to treat me because, and that doesn't apply for everybody. Some of you at home, you don't mind eating off a stranger's fork, okay? That's okay too. That's just how you move. I don't move like that. I don't care for that, right? But some people, they literally, they don't mind. Hey, Daddy Smokes Yams. How you been, dude? How you been? Jump into the chat and get into this conversation. What are some red flags that if it happened while you're on a date, and thank you for the thumbs up, whoever showed that love, because nobody wasn't giving me no thumbs up. I don't know why, but thank you. But what are some red flags that if you see it and you're on a date with somebody, or even when you were dating, if you guys are taking, even if the people watching, if you're taking, it doesn't matter. Think about when you were dating and you were available. What could some stuff people do that would make you say, okay, you know what? This is not for me. This is not going to work right here, right? Yeah, Ann Lee. Exactly. She said, promising too much too fast. Yeah, if I don't know you, there is no reason for you to make any promises to me. Like, I totally get that. What the crap would you be promising me? What? We don't know each other. We don't know. We may never, it depends on how things go. We might not ever see each other again, honestly. We may or we may not. It just really is both of our choice, right? We both get to decide. So, yeah, all those promises, I don't think we need them. Go on, wrap some of that up. Listen, I love these types of conversations because I have been one to ignore red flags. Oops. And now at 35 years old, I have gotten to the point where I no longer, yes, I know that's right. Yes, you done said it, sis. And she says, oh yes, possessiveness, controlling behavior starts off subtle. So, yeah, you got to be so careful because okay, you done said a say now. You done said a say, girl, because I don't like possessive people. And understand, there's a difference between, in my opinion, there's a difference between possessive people and like people who are genuinely just like protective people. Okay. But you got to be careful. You got to be very, very careful of that difference. It teets a fine line because those possessive people, they turn into those DV type people. Y'all know what I'm talking about, those DV, and I really don't want to say it because I don't know if it's going to get me flagged or not, but they turn into those type of people. So I don't like possessive people. If somebody, like, if they get mad if somebody else looks at you or compliments you, you're not for me. You're not my person. Okay. You are not my person. My person would never be upset because somebody looked at me or complimented me. And I would not be upset if they looked and complimented my person. Let me be very clear about that. I would not be. If anything, I'd be like, well, you see what I see. Okay. It's that part, but we don't need to do any of that type of thing. You know what I mean? But, a person who is like just naturally protective, like if they see there's some kind of commotion or something goes on around or outside and it seems like it could get serious or something, the person just kind of looks around and makes sure that they kind of keep you out of the way of it. That kind of protective person, that's cool with me. That's cool with me. But somebody who is watching your every move and you shouldn't wear this, you shouldn't wear that, no, you turn into that other kind of guy who's really dangerous. And I don't like people like that. So that's my thing on that. But let's see what you guys talking about here. I just met you and you're talking about buying me out. Yeah, oh, heck no. If you don't sit down, you don't said it because if I just met you and you're not talking about buying me. Why? So you can bury me in the house? No, thank you. I buy my own house. Yeah, I'm not into stuff like that. I would never trust somebody who even said that. Anyhow, I just wouldn't. Yeah, the protector full. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then you say you have to be confident. You have to be confident and at least honest about the insecurity. Yes, that's a really good point. That's a really, really good point. Being confident and honest. Now, let me tell you guys about this honesty thing, okay? Hey, Kayla. Hey, sis. Thank you so much for coming in because I'm talking about these dating red flags today, right? And I would love for you to light up the chat and bless us with some of what you feel is red flags and thank you for the thumbs up too. These red flags while dating, what's the things that you see that's going to make you say, bye-bye, no, not me, I'm not interested, right? Now, let me tell you guys about this lying spirit. I can't stand a liar. I just can't. And for some of you guys who have watched that, it's an old school Ray Charles movie. I think you guys in here, you guys have watched this. Some of you guys have. Remember when Ray Charles' mama said, scratch a lie, find a thief? Mm-hmm. That part. Mm-hmm. That part. If somebody's lying to you, don't you doubt for a split second that they won't steal from you or anything else like that. Anything else like that is what I'm saying. I don't trust somebody who's not honest about, it's like basic stuff, but not just basic stuff. There's sometimes things that you don't want to say, like all of your stuff immediately. I get that part. I do. I understand that. But it's other things that, you got to be just straight up front about what it is. Why? Because let me decide. You don't need to decide for me. Let me decide if I want to take whatever ride it is with you that you're on. You don't have the right to do that for me. For instance, if somebody has served like a long stint in jail or something else like that, I think they should disclose that. I think they should let you know that. Why? Because if they're on probation or parole or something else like that, you have the right to know that. What if I don't want to deal with somebody who has a criminal history? Isn't that my right to decide that? It is. I could decide I don't mind, but I could also decide that that's not really what I'm into, it's not my thing. Or it could be something else, like, maybe somebody hasn't worked in the last 10 years. To some people, well, it's not a big deal if you didn't have a job, okay? But then to other people, it's like, but how have you been surviving then? Right? Like, how do you pay your bills? How do you make sure you eat? How do you make sure you stay with warmth and clothes and your transportation? So to each their own, it's not going to matter to some people, but then other people, if they know that ahead of time, it might help them to make an educated decision on if they want to deal with you. I did this short video at least about a year or two ago, and so many people commented on it. In the video, I tell a story about how I met this guy, and and a lot of you guys have watched it. You guys are going to know what I'm talking about. Thank you for the thumbs up. The guy, I did a video about the guy who had 21 kids. And he seemed to be a young enough guy. Now, he was at least 10 years older than me, but I used to always date older guys, so that was no big deal. So this was years ago when I was a much younger lady, but not finer. Catch it. anyways, he had 21 kids. And he had like 3 or 4 sets of twins. And at the time, I only had one kid, and it was just my son. I only have 2 now, so period, okay? I only had one kid, it was my son, and he was a little baby. And I was thinking, 21 step siblings, that's insane. It's just like, I could not see myself. And I was like, are you sure? Do you mean that? Like, do you really have 21 kids? And, oh yeah, he started telling me all their names and their birth dates. And I was like, I just could not. And he was like, yeah, and I want 5 more. He's looking all smiling like Chester stole the cat or something. And I'm thinking, I'm just not the lady for this guy. I'm just not the lady for him. And I know that some people said to them, it's not a big deal. I get that part. I understand it. I'm just saying, for me personally, that's too much for a person like me. And I think it's important that we all know our limits and our boundaries to what we will tolerate, right? Let me see what I'm missing in this chat. Yeah, when I said, Bobby, he could bury you. You let him buy that house too soon, and then he'll put you in it. So no, thank you. And you could tell something is missing from this story. Yeah, I don't like that kind of line. That always disturbs me when I think, oh my God, yes. Bestie said, if he gossips about his family, you guys, let me tell you guys about that gossiping spirit. Let me tell you guys. Years ago, many moons ago, I used to date this guy. And boy, you guys ever heard the saying, loose lips sinks ships? Okay, well, anyways, what that saying is talking about, okay, is talking about the ex guy who I used to mess with many, many years ago. When I tell you guys, he used to tell me not only everything about his family, and he had different baby mamas, he just did, okay? Why did I know all of their lives? I knew what was going on with the baby mamas, the kids, their mother's mother, and all this. I never needed to know none of this information. I knew what was going on with their neighbors. I didn't care to know this information. Let me be very clear about it. Not only did I not need to know it, I didn't care to know it because it was just none of my business. It was just, I didn't care. It was none of my business. But he was that type of guy who had a gossiping spirit. And let me tell you guys something. So one time I kind of had a run-in with one of his baby mamas, and she starts telling me, yeah, that's why you blah, blah, blah. She telling me my business. She was telling me my business. Are you guys listening to me? And only thing I could do was laugh, because I said to myself, his messy ass done told me all her business. So of course he would tell her my business. Y'all following it? Okay, of course he would tell her my business. So when that's why you blah, 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 and your family blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's just this messy ass dude. That's all. But on the flip side of his gossip and messy behind, as soon as I alleviated him, I alleviated the problem. I don't have to worry about none of that stuff anymore, because as soon as I said, okay, this thing is done. Like, I'm done here. This thing is a done deal. It was done. It was done. Right there. It was done. I didn't have to hear about her or the kids and the neighbors and her mother and all that. And it was done. Okay? It was done. But you know what? I sure can't stand on messy, man. I just can't. Let me see. Let me see what I'm missing here. Mm, yeah, if a guy been out there in the life, he's a hood. Keep it about a pound. Y'all know who run the town. If he doing all that, I can't mess with you. I can't mess with you, daddy. Yo, I can't mess with you. Now I ain't gonna say I ain't never had no time. You see what I'm saying? I done had time. But at the same time, I know that kind of life, it ain't for me. And where I am at in life, you guys, I wouldn't dare be trying to mess with no hood, nothing. Not this day and time. I just got too much to lose. I wouldn't dare. It's a waste of time. Let me tell you that. It's a waste of time. Because there's always something that you sacrifice and there's always something that you lose. So whatever it is that got you all excited about them, and it's usually some kind of passion. It's usually some kind of passion, okay? But whatever got you feeling excited or tingly, baby, trust me, it won't in the long run. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Oh, you remember that short when I posted? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He had 21 freaking kids. Yeah. Wasn't nothing I could do besides get up out of there. All I could do was run and get up out of there. The Brady bunches of no. Yeah. That's all I could do was move around them. Yeah, and it was cool. Now he was a good looking guy. He was a good looking guy, and I was like, I see why you got a few of them. But then I started thinking, but a few of y'all women is slow eddies, because I don't know how all y'all got together and decided that you guys should keep giving him babies. I don't know how all of you guys did. Some of y'all gonna have to be more strategic thinkers. I'm sorry. Some of y'all gonna have to say, yeah, that's not a good idea. He's moving real fast. And for him to be as transparent as he was with me in the beginning, my gut is telling me he was pretty honest with these ladies. You see what I'm saying? So and y'all still did it. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Yes, exactly. When you see the red flags, don't ignore that. Don't ignore them red flags, baby, because they are warning signs. Even it could be the pettiest things like this that you overlook, that we as human beings, and keep in mind to the guys listening out there watching, because I know y'all watching even if y'all ain't talking, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy you're here. But even to the guys, when females do, if a guy or a female is interchangeable, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you mess with. Just think of it as whoever your person is, right? If they do things like, if you are out eating and they even signs where they like try to dominate your plate or your food or ration how much you should eat. There was a thing that I heard about it on TikTok, where a girl went on a date and she wanted to order whatever food she wanted to order, and her date told her, you sure you're gonna eat all that? Okay, well, that's a lot of food. You don't want to eat all that. You couldn't want to eat all that. Here, let's just get this appetizer and share it instead. And my whole thing is that's a huge red flag for a person like me. Because why? Because no, baby. If I say I want this off the menu on a date, I'm going to get that off the menu. I don't care if I pay for it myself. Why would I not be able to have what I want off that menu? And who are you to tell me, or anyone for that matter, that's just too much food? Let's just share this instead. So even, I don't know if guys would take it like more serious, or if they would be pissed off about something like that. I don't know. But if it's any guys listening who want to get their opinion, light up the comments and let us know your thoughts too, because I think it may be kind of universal that, for women, and if I'm wrong for some of the ladies who listening, just say so. Just say, no, I wouldn't mind. If you guys are listening, like, would you mind if you said, oh, I want to get this, and your date says, that's too much food. Instead, let's just share this appetizer. Would you guys mind? Or, you don't care? For a person like me, I feel like it's controlling for somebody to try to control what I eat or what I wear, or, how I look. This one guy told me on TikTok last week, he was like, you know what, Ty, you're a beautiful lady, but you'll look a lot better without makeup. And I was like, now see that comment right there? That's exactly why you're going to stay over there. But anyways, because I don't like the controlling aspect of it, right? I don't think that's a good idea. Like, anybody who I am dating or trying to get to know, I don't need to control anything about them. The beauty about them is because they are who they are. I want to know them as a person. I want to experience them as a person for you, how you are. That's what I want to know. I don't need nobody trying to change nothing about me, and I'm not here to try to change anything about you. right? So if I want to say, okay, I want to have whatever I want to have on the date, they can be like, hey, it's her meal. If she wants to eat it, eat it. Who cares? Like I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care what my date got to eat. If he wants to eat it, so what? Eat it. I wouldn't dare try to tell him, hey, date, excuse me, hello. That's too much during food date. What I'm going to need you to do is erase that idea of what you thought you were going to eat. You and I are going to share this shrimp cocktail. Who does that? You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? That would be some crazy business to me. That would be crazy business. Okay. You can pay for what you want, and exactly. Exactly. This is another thing I'm going to tell you guys. He was testing her, but I think he was. This is something else I'm going to tell y'all. Listen here. I'm talking about dating red flags, and of course, red flags are only going to be red flags for you if you consider them to be out of line. So if some of the red flags that I'm mentioning today doesn't apply to you, and you're like, oh, I don't think that would be that big of a deal, then don't take it as a red flag. Only take what applies. Everything else, let it fly. No big deal, right? But one thing I will say is like, pay attention to how this person, your date, whoever they are, how they're making you feel and how they're interacting with you, how they're communicating with you, things like that. Pay attention to that stuff because you'll know if this could be somebody who you want to see again. You'll know that kind of quick, right? Like, have you guys ever met somebody and within the first like hour or two of knowing them, you knew you wanted to see them again? Like, I know I'm gonna hang with this person again. I know. You guys ever done that? Right? You guys ever felt like that about people? And all at the same time, like sometimes you will meet somebody and you will be talking to them and blah, 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 everything's going good. And then, or everything's going fine. And then you realize, you know what? This is not a good connection for me. I don't see myself going forward with this, but they may be better suited for somebody else. Y'all never like pick that stuff up like within the first hour or two of knowing someone. And some people, I know some people say, oh, that's too early to tell. You need to give somebody a chance. No, baby. I could tell within a couple of hours if I want to like really hang out with somebody again or if I never want to see them again. Not in that way. Because sometimes you can go out with somebody, you can get to know them. And then you can realize like, you know what? I like this person a lot, but I'm not sexually attracted to them, or should I say intimately. Like I would feel like I like you, but I feel like I would like you better as a friend. Not like a lover, but a friend. Like we can go out to eat, we can go shop together, we can have sleepovers, we could have like a good time, but as friends. You guys know what I'm talking about? Because there is sometimes you meet people and then you realize that y'all would be better friends, than partners. Because, I mean, that does happen. So let's just put that out there. And I think we can identify that, like, realistically, I think we can identify that within the first hour or two of knowing them. Like, it wouldn't take me 6 months to say, oh, I think you'd be better as a friend than a lover. No, I would probably know that part pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, that intuition. Exactly. Our intuition, it tells us, it drives the car for us. It lets us know, like, friend will work. Costello. Hey, Costello. I haven't seen you in forever. How you been? I picked that up within yeah, Bestie said, I picked that up within the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I do think that we can tell, I'm just going to say, sooner than later, that if this person is somebody who we say, yes, we will definitely see again, no, we will never see them again, or yes, I will see them again, but in a different light, like not as a lover, but as a friend, I can definitely see myself hanging out with this person. I kind of think, at this point, a lot of people have done that. Most people, I want to say, who have been actively dating for at least the past, few years, whatever else, we're able to discern if this is going to be a good match for us or not. Oh, this ice water baby is doing something to me and for me. To me and for me. That's what the ice water is doing. Left hand or right hand? Left hand or right hand what? Are you talking about holding hand? I don't know. Left hand or right hand. Okay, for you guys watching, please thumbs up the live. That would be nice. Left hand or right hand path? What are you talking about? A life path? Anyways, guys, other red flags while dating. I asked this question on TikTok. Was it today or yesterday? I asked the people, I said, hey, if you was out on a date with somebody and you guys stopped to get dessert and your date asked the question, or your date wanted to, you stopped and you got an ice cream cone and your date wanted to lick your ice cream cone. Would you be okay with that? That's the question I asked on TikTok. And a lot of people were saying, well, let's go to the other people, because there was a good amount of people who were saying, and mostly they were guys who were saying, yeah, it shouldn't be nothing wrong with looking at my ice cream cone, especially like if we've already kissed or something like that. I'm like, but I never said you kissed, But they assumed that, thank you for the thumbs up, whoever gave it. They assumed that, if you want to date with them, you must have already kissed somehow. Okay. But they were saying, they don't think it's nothing wrong with if their date wants to lick their ice cream cone, that they can do that. Exactly, Kyla. Exactly. I was saying in my head, okay, I am mortified by the thought of sharing dairy with people in that kind of proximity. I don't like it. I don't like it. Even if I eat a sandwich that has cheese in it and somebody wants a bite, I will break you off a piece. You can have a piece. You can have half. You can have half. You can have half or a piece. I will break you off. I don't want to bite the cheese that you bite. I don't want you to bite the cheese I bite. I have this thing about dairy. That's just me. I'm not saying that this applies to everybody, so y'all don't need to get all worked up behind it. But the whole ice cream thing, licking off an ice cream cone at this, yeah. In my former long time ago, I had a long-term relationship. Even that person, and I absolutely love that person. Okay, I really did. But I wouldn't let him lick off my damn ice cream. I would not let him lick this ice cream cone he knew it. He knew not to ever go there, because I would rather buy you ice cream, give you the ice cream and get another one or something else like that. I just am not a big fan of us both licking off the same cone at the same time. So I don't know. Y'all light up the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all okay with, sharing an ice cream cone with somebody? And you know what? Maybe you are. Maybe you say it's no big deal. It's just ice cream. Cool. Go ahead. Lick your ice cream down and share it with your partner if that's what you want to do. Just for a person like me, that was not a good look for me. Excuse me. No, absolutely not. Nobody is licking my ice cream cone. Now they can get a spoon and have some. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I would rather propose, I can get your own ice cream, or I just don't want to share the thing. Like, I feel like that is really not cool. I don't know. I just don't like it. But, other people are totally open to things like that, and if so, then be open to it. Right? But also don't come down harsh on me because I don't like it. It kind of is. Hey, that's the bro. Brooklyn born. Hey, bro, how you doing? Happy Saturday. You said I don't even drink after anyone. I totally understand that. I do. I totally understand that because, and I think I would be more open to sharing a non-dairy beverage with somebody than anything dairy, like any kind of ice cream or yogurt or anything with like inside, like we both bite the cheese. I just don't want anything like that, But if we were to share, like if we got a can of something, juice or something, and I'm more than likely to say, here, you can have the rest of the can, to be honest with you, because that's just me. Oh, here I have some. You want some? Sure, you can have the rest of it. I'm more than likely to do something like that. I don't know, but these dating red flags, what say you, chat? What are some of those red flags that you guys say, if I see it or if I experience it, then I know that this is not for me, right? this many years ago, I met this guy from New Orleans or something else like that. And anyhow, he had this bike, and I don't know what it's called, but it was just like the motorbike thing. But I don't like know the names, like some kind of fancy motorbike or whatever else. And he was telling me just like way too soon, anyhow, I want to ride you on my bike. I want to blah, blah, blah. And then he goes into day two. I want to take you home to meet my mama. I want to take you to New Orleans to meet my mama. And I'm like, are you sure you want your mom to meet me? Like we don't know each other. We just get to know each other. Like, what do you, in what lifetime? Hi, come here. Y'all, hold on. Like, in what lifetime? Come here. Look who just got here. Look who got here. This Batman, y'all. This Batman. My Bat baby, you stink. You stink, Batman. You do, but I love you. But anyways, Batman just got here. So he done running and he was jumping all over me at the bottom. At the bottom, he was all over me. Hi, did you have a good time? Batman, what are some of your dating red flags? What could a dog do that make you say you won't know and nothing else to do with her? Batman, if she eats your food, is that a turnoff? Does she have to smell your butt first? I'm talking to you. Or do you prefer to smell her butt first? What's the turn off for you? I don't think he's gonna share any information today, so bye, little boy. Bye. Bye. I don't think he's gonna give us anything good, guys, so whatever. Go get your water. I forgot what I was telling you guys about. I don't know, was you guys even listening anyway? The majority of the time I probably was talking to myself, so. Was you guys listening? Anybody? No? Okay, cool. Well, anyways, guys, let me ask you guys how you guys would feel about this. I am thinking of coming back to YouTube, and well, I'm here. You guys know, you guys only catch me here once a week because I only put out vlogs once a week, and I stay out the way because the remainder of the week is I'm usually on TikTok, honestly. And you guys heard about TikTok. I'm dropping this in an upcoming video, so I'm not really trying to say too much, but forget it, I'm here. But anyways, you guys heard that effective September the 5th, TikTok, of what it is now, will be no more. There will only be the new US version of TikTok called M2, and that will be only for American USA people. Everybody else who you got connections with internationally in other countries, they will no longer be allowed to access TikTok, the American version of it. So that's coming up. So I know that a lot of TikTok creators are trying to make plans as to what they're going to do with their platforms. And yeah, people are deciding if they even want to be a part of M2 because they have all these theories about what that is, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that is coming. And even myself, I'm already making, preparations. I'm here live with you guys right now, but you guys know I've been on YouTube for some years anyways. But what I'm thinking about doing now is spend a little bit more time on YouTube. Okay. I only put out a video once a week, but what I'm thinking about doing is coming live on Saturdays, maybe Saturdays afternoon or Saturday nights, and just start doing that for about an hour at a time or whatever else. And then just depends on if people are into hearing it or not. And if they're not, I can record talking to my damn self and just put it out that hey, it's all just a conversation. I'm a vlogger after all. The majority of the time we're talking to ourselves anyway, and you guys just chime in the comments, but I don't know. I could do that too. But yeah, that is thank you, Ann Lee. He's a sweetheart. He ain't got no tips for us today, but he's a sweetheart. Batman said he ain't telling you his business, and he not. Exactly, Brooklyn. Yep, Kayla. Exactly. That's what they're doing on TikTok, y'all. TikTok is going to be M2. And the whole thing about it is I currently have a lot of connections in different countries on TikTok right now. A little bit nervous because I'm thinking my following, if they're not allowed to follow me from the current TikTok platform to M2, then the thing about it is you lose those you lose those contacts, right? You lose them because they're not going to be able to access the American platform. So I'm trying to see if they make any updates to that, because I really think it's like really unfair that they would take off like international connections, So a lot of people are pretty upset about that. It's a really big thing. A lot of people are saying, some of the bigger creators that I follow on TikTok were saying that they were not going to convert over to the American only platform. So yeah, that's kind of a whole big thing that's stinking around. But anyways, for you guys who are on TikTok and you're watching this, or even if you watch the replay, just know by September 5th, consider downloading that M2 app from your Google. I think it's the Apple Store. No, the Google Play Store, Google Play, something like that. You got to go ahead. You're going to have to download that app, and you're going to have to transfer all your data from TikTok to that app. So I don't know exactly what that process is going to look like, but it's probably a good idea to start saving your videos somewhere now. Like you can, when you upload TikTok videos anyways, they like automatically save to your phone. So it's probably a good idea to start saving all of your stuff now and put it somewhere in a folder or some kind of file drop or whatever else, just to make sure that you can have that. So when you need to transfer everything over, that process should be a little bit smoother. When I'm telling you guys about this, I probably should start doing this like Sunday or something. Yeah, but most definitely within the next 30 days or under, I got to start doing that myself. Just so I can make sure I keep all my intellectual property. It is always something. Yeah, it is. It is always something. This is something I was just putting this in my vlog for the coming weeks, so y'all got a sneak preview. But I was just putting that in there like, yeah, let me make sure that people know that this is coming, and they got to start paying attention like now. You know what I mean? All of my posts are recycled from YouTube to TikTok. Good. No, good. Good on you. Because the thing about it is, like I said, a lot of creators, they are talking about, like some of the bigger creators on TikTok right now, they are talking about updating their YouTube platforms and making sure they have all their stuff here. And I'm like, yeah, because if you don't do the switch over, you can lose a whole bunch of people. I don't have the biggest audience on TikTok right now. Let me be very clear about that. Last time I checked, I had about 3,600 people, okay? So while that's still good and I'm happy with that and it's still growing, I've only been on TikTok for like 2.5 months. So I haven't been there a very long time. But I do like the fact that TikTok moves a lot faster than YouTube in regards to growth and opportunities to make money. That's one of the things that I absolutely like about TikTok. With YouTube, it takes way too long to kind of make money, way too long, and too much like restriction with the music and all that other stuff. It's not like that on TikTok. With TikTok, they have the licenses. You can play the music. You can actually have a good time in your videos and all that stuff. And your videos are only like the most popular videos are the ones that are a minute or under. A lot of the videos I put on TikTok are like, a minute, a minute is the longest, and then like mostly 15 seconds where I do a quick question or a quick little thing I put out, or they see me eating for a minute. That's it. And it gets way more attention, like way more views, way more engagement, stuff like that. What do you want? What do you want? What you doing back over here? You want to talk about your dating life now? Huh? You want to tell me about it? You want to tell the people about it? You just want to be on me, you stinky. Let me take this off you. Oh yeah, no worries, Anley. No worries. I think we all got to share information. Come here. I think we all got to pass that information around and share it. Exactly. TikTok, baby, they are getting paid a lot faster. With you only need 1,000 followers, and you get in the first creator studio. It's not the bigger creator program, but it's the creator studio where you can actually advertise products. And if you guys look at some of my videos and my vlogs, if can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. I don't know if this thing stopped or not. I just got a call, so I can't tell. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. What I was saying is that some of the like on TikTok, like one of the products that is on my store, right? My TikTok store, is that watermelon cutter. And I showed you guys that in my video. I think last video I did. If you guys didn't watch the last video I put out, go. It's at the end of the video. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. It's at the end of the video. You guys, well, I think I put that in there at the end of the video. It's a tool, the watermelon tool, and it's like so convenient, so easy to use. The tool is under. Oh, okay. Thank you. The tool is like about $5 or under. It's super easy to use, and you get big, good, thick chunks of watermelon, and you could just use your fork. And thank you for the thumbs up if somebody just gave me one. But anyways, so you can sell stuff like that out your TikTok shop, and you get a commission off. It's not a lot. The tool's only $5, so the commission for me is like under $1. It's like 90 cents, just keeping it real. But the point is that, you know, you only need 1,000 followers to start getting commission-based products. And the products that you get, of course, you get to keep them. So you only pick and select what it is that you want. You know, if they offer you a product and say, hey, do you want to promote this for us? You can look at it and decide, I don't want to promote that because I don't want it, you know, or I do want to promote it because I want to have it and get commission off it. TikTok allows you to do that. YouTube, no, they do not. They do not. So that is, you know, kind of, so I'm curious to see how this whole M2 platform is going to be for, you know, the people transferring over as previous TikTok creators to only being US basically based creators. But that is so limiting if we think about it. I would like to talk to the world when I talk, baby. I don't want to just talk to, that's equivalent to, I don't want to just talk to the people in the city I live in. No, okay? I don't want to just talk to the people in the state I live in. No, because if I did, you guys would never know Planet Ty. Think of it like that. The majority of people who I talk to, even the people on this live looking at it right now, how many of you are in California besides Bestie? You guys are probably not even in California. Think about that. So if I was only allowed to talk to the people in California, you guys would never know me. You see what I'm saying? That's how that doesn't make sense to me for us to be limited to only US. We will be missing out globally so much. So much. And to be honest with you, the best way to communicate is to communicate with everybody from everywhere. There's so much we can do if we all were to communicate and know what other people think, what they eat, how they feel, how they express, their traditions. There's so much power that we can have in that if we all were allowed to do it together. So I'm not thrilled with the whole US M2 app, how they're formatting it for it to be, but you know, along with the other people, I will be waiting and seeing and monitoring, you know, what's up. Okay. Anybody got plans for this Saturday? Anybody ask for me, what am I doing this Saturday? Well, I did some vlog stuff today. I did run some errands and take care of some stuff. Why is my eyes bugged? Y'all see how my eyes so bugged? I just drank water. Come on. Anyways, I did do some vlogging today, and then I did some of my videos, prepping them for TikTok. So I got that. I did some errands. I took care of some stuff that I kind of needed to get out the way. I got to check on like some of my insurance stuff and just make sure that stuff is still in place and stuff like that. As for this evening, I just can't promise. I'm just gonna, you know, I don't know. I don't know that I'm just gonna be like doing something so special or out and about this evening because I'm not. I don't know. If you guys know of any new shows or any series on Netflix, let me know. What are you guys watching? Because yeah, I'll go watch. Yeah, I need a new series, but let me tell y'all. Baby, I get into a series, okay? I get in and then I'll be just stuck and want to see every little thing about it. I'm one of those people where if I watch a series and I like it a lot, I want to watch it all. I want to know everything. That's how I am. You plan on making some more content? Yeah, because I'm about to force myself to do it. Because, baby, that's how it is sometimes. We don't feel up to it all the time. I know we don't feel up to it all the time. Chef, hey, honey, how are you? So nice to see you. Ann Lee, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night, sis. You know I appreciate you so much. I will catch you on the other side. Hey, Chef, how you doing? Batman over there crunching away. He is crunching away. So, Chef, I done ran my mouth for about an hour talking about dating red flags. Red flags, you notice, red flags while dating that will make you say, no, we done here. Thanks for coming out. Oh, and I was saying, I think I might start going live back on YouTube again. Think I might do it, but it'll be once a week if I do. You want to go outside? Batman, you want to go outside? Huh? I'm waiting for him to answer me. He's going to have to tell me in English, yes, yes, Mom, I'm ready to go. Oh, Chef, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Him just working right now. Thank you so much, Chef. How do I pin this? Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's big love. That's big love coming in, showing love. Look at there. Well, I guess I have my answer. I guess I will start going live once a week. You ready to go outside? Come on. Let me take this little. Come on. Ooh. Y'all, it's Saturday vibe. Go. Go, go, go. I'm going with you. No, don't try to look at me to go. You're going to try to turn around and look at me. Bye-bye. Like I'm going to. I ain't going outside with you. You the one who looked at me like you wanted to go. So go. Thank you so much, Chef. I really appreciate that. Please share with the chat, Chef. What are some red flags? You go out with somebody. What's one thing that they could do that would make you say, I don't think this is going to work for me? Does anybody care about, like, if somebody has a thing with chewing bubblegum, like smacking, chewing, like, some people are really into bubblegum and they get to going and blowing the bubbles, popping it. Anybody care? Or like, does it not matter? Oh, that's a red flag for you, Chef? You said if she cut you off in the middle of a conversation. That is kind of rude. It's like, if I'm talking, are you going to let me finish? Or no, it doesn't matter to you what I'm thinking? Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see how that would be rude for sure. And some people, I don't think some people like really think about it. Like, I don't really, hey, living after 50. How you doing, sis? I was thinking about you earlier today. That's so funny. I was thinking about you earlier today. I was like, I got to go dance on her channel because me and her be back and forth. We be back and forth with each other. How are you? I'm talking about these dating red flags. These red flags, baby, that's going to have people saying, yeah, I don't think this is for me. I don't know. That's why I was asking you guys, like, what do you guys feel about somebody who does that? Like the chewing, the really aggressive. I'm doing pretty good. I've been pretty productive today. So, yeah, I could, I'm happy with that. No, so nobody minds if your date has like this obsession with bubblegum and they get it and they just start chewing a whole bunch of bubblegum. You guys okay with that? Okay. What about if your date... Oh, I think I asked you guys this question already. If you go out to a restaurant with someone and your date starts flirting with the waitress or the waiter, is that okay? Thank you for the thumbs up. Is that okay with you guys? Y'all okay with that? Or do you say something? Anybody say, hey, like, what's that about? Or like, I usually prefer my dates not. But if they say, I'm That's just how I am. I just like always, that's how I talk. That's how I always act. Always? Okay. You put a napkin underneath. You put a napkin underneath his mouth for him to spit it out for the gum. You gonna start acting like his teacher or something. That would be hilarious. Oh my God, that would be hilarious if you're chewing gum and your date just goes, and they put a napkin like spit it out now. That would be hilarious. I can see somebody like, what the hell are you thinking? Definitely not. They can continue the date. I would leave. Yeah. So if they start flirting with the waitress, yeah, they can go ahead and have that date by themselves. Well, yeah, because it seems like if you're gonna be so disrespectful and rude, dude, why would you want to go out with me anyhow? If you're gonna, yeah, if why would you want to go out with me if you're gonna sit there and flirt with everything around but me? Okay. And even if you're flirting with me and if you start flirting with other people, everything else is null and void because I no longer care about anything you say. Like, I don't, because I feel like it's just disrespectful. Like, spend your time wisely. You know? Use your head for thinking about something good. Not just crazy. What about if you're on a date and you never knew this side of your date before, and then all of a sudden they ask you if you want to blaze, and they ask you if you want to start taking something with them, or if you want half of a pill or something. Does anybody, if somebody starts acting strange like that, do you indulge with them, or do you realize this is a huge red flag and yeah, I got to get out of here now? Yeah, I would definitely, me personally, I definitely have to move away from that. I'm like, yeah, that's when I will be thinking about like a safety thing. Like, you know what? And then if this person is offering me something, they probably already put something in their system. And how long does it take them to go boom is what I would be thinking. So I would most definitely have to get away from that. Now, keep in mind, there's you guys are out there watching. You guys probably would never comment, but you guys know that you might be really Batman. Now he looking at, I wish I could turn this camera around so you guys can see it. He's looking at me through the back door crying. He just went out. Like literally just went out. Go run for a while. You don't want to go run for a while? You cooking, chef? What you making? Because y'all know chef's food be looking so scrumptious. I'm constantly saying, send me a plate, or better yet, if I ever am out that way, chef. Oh, that's so funny. Why did somebody just send me a message and say, are you from Louisiana? Now, you guys, do I look like I'm from Louisiana? And what does a Louisiana person look like? Because I don't know. I've never been to Louisiana. If he asks if I want to blaze, the date's over. Yeah. Let me let this boy in. You want to blaze? No, baby. Let me tell you. No, I don't want to blaze. What I want to do is not date you. Because that's crazy. What you was crying for? Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. I don't want to do none of that. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to put... What do you want? Smash burgers. Hey, they should be ready soon then, huh? Smash burgers get ready pretty quick. That's a good Saturday meal. Hit a good smash burger and... What you got to use the bathroom? Go ahead. Go. Oh, hold on. Go. Go. Oh, yeah, that's a good Saturday meal, though. Smash burgers, and then what you have with them, some fries. Or even a smash burger with a good salad, depending on how much meat is in it, could be good. Batman, thank you. He is a cutie, but he He's something else. He's so dramatic. And look, what you trying to jump back up on me now for? He barely go outside and look through the gate and start crying real loud. What is you playing with me for? Go get your life together. I done blurred my camera. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can get it clear. Is that clear? Like that Whitney Houston song? Fries. Put some provolone and spicy jack on it on Besties, chef. All right, good people. I could be here just looking at y'all, or y'all could just be looking at me. Unless you guys want me to spitball it. You guys know, you know I can talk nonstop if I need to. But I don't need to. I don't. So we were talking about dating red flags, and I think people have kind of said what they wanted to say about that right now, I guess. That's so sweet, sis. Living after 50. She said, your girl looking like a celeb today. That's just kind talk. That's all. Another red flag is a male best friend. What if he bring him on a date? It's a red flag depending on what he's doing with his best friend. Because sometimes there's differences there. I'm going to say like that. Because sometimes, like females, right? If we're getting to know you, especially when I was, even a younger female. If I was going out on a date, sometimes I would bring like a female friend if I was not comfortable with the guy or didn't like trust his intentions or just didn't know him well enough. Sometimes I would say, oh, well, me and my friend can meet you and your friend type thing. Okay. But I don't know if a guy ever said, oh, well, not on the first day. Batman, where you going? Come here. Come here. Come back up here right now. Come out of there right now, you little nosy. But if if a guy says, it's going to be me and my boy, and we're going to meet you guys, or we're going to meet you here. You wouldn't meet me. I mean, are you asking me to bring a friend for your friend or something else like that? No. If your date has a male friend and they besties, well, that could, look, I was going somewhere else. Chef, I was walking down the wrong street and opening the wrong doors on that one, okay? Hey, Dia. Hey, sis, how you doing? Hey, babe. Kavita says, where you from? I am Garma. Well, I'm in the USA. I'm not sure where Garma is, but welcome. Ali Care. Please, you're trying to say, please read? I read it. Sam, who said anything? Okay. Parker, I read it. I'm from the USA. Where are you from? Oh, maybe they're talking in the chat and not to me. I'm here on my way home. Oh, you're on your way home. Okay, you seen a little notification, huh? And you said, let me go say hi to them. Period. I appreciate it. And hey, anybody stop in for whatever time, I appreciate it. If you stop in with some conversation, you stop in a thumbs up the live, hey, I appreciate it. All counts. So thank you for that. Thank you so much, dear. Oh, dear, you still got your dog? Your little puppy? He was so cute, but he's a big boy now. It comes with a complimentary morning after. Oh, hell no. Chef, you are a hot mess. You are a hot mess. Get completely gone, Chef. What do you want, Batman? Come here. Why do you keep getting on me then? What do you want? You gonna tell them about your dating opinions. Okay, so what are you going to tell the people? No, you keep wanting to get up here. Then look at them. They right here. Tell them what's on your mind. Tell them. Because you the one who want to get up here, remember? You was downstairs giving my legs downstairs. He's up under the table giving my legs grief because he wants to get up here. Why, I don't know, but he does. It's your baby. Just your baby. You want to get up here. He said, you want to be on top? Oh my God. Okay, first of all, I think it is gross. Batman has got me like this before, and I was so, as much as I love him, I was so yucked out. Okay, is it a turnoff for you guys if you're on a date with somebody, you're dating somebody, and they allow their pet to kiss them in the mouth? Is that a turnoff for you guys? I love that man so much. I really do. He, for some reason, he likes to do the tongue. He likes to slip and catch you with the tongue. And I could just throw up. I don't kiss me. But he's just a baby. He is. He's just 1 year old in human life. But in his life, he's a teenager. But when they like to slip kiss, I don't want you to kiss me in the mouth like that. Like I like to kiss him on the side of his face, in his head. But not that way. Hey, Tasha Society, how you doing, sis? Hey. You say you taking all the attention from he's a spoiled little boy because he don't just have to play with me. There's other people he can play with. He only want my attention because he see that my attention is on other things. He's spoiled. Dia, where is I'm gonna have to look at your videos because I haven't seen your pup in a while. But your pup should be a big boy now. My dog keep trying to kiss me. Yeah, but the whole thing about it is Batman. He think he's slick. He like to slip the tongue. He gotta hurry up and can you kiss me like that? I love him so much, but welcome back. Yes, it is a turn off, Chef. If somebody let their dog kiss him in the mouth, that's disgusting. I don't care what nobody say. And I love my pup so much, but I still think it's very disgusting if they let their pet kiss him in the mouth. Yes, I kiss my puppy too, but not in his mouth. And I don't want him to kiss me in mine. That's okay. I let Batman sleep with me too sometime. What is this about this message is held for review? Exactly, Thea. Like I kiss him, of course, not with the tongue, But some people, I have seen some people. Oh, I have seen some people. Hold on, y'all. Let me move over here because I think my background got me. I got people in my background. I have seen some people. Some people allow their pets to kiss them in the freaking mouth. Oh, I'm low now. Get low. Find a window. Okay, my bad. And I ain't with it. I'm not a dog person, but I have a dog by force. Oh no! How you have it by force? I don't have to. You gonna come say hi to the people? No. Why not? Y'all, that's Penelope. She's my personal chef. She walking past, telling me to basically get out the way. You not finna say hi to the people? Whatever. Kisses. Well, anyways, let's see. What was we talking about? No tongue, but I kiss them, but not the mouth. Yeah, my daughter father gifted her one. Oh yeah. Oh boy. All right, so then you are a pup grandparent then, and he ended. Oh wow. Oh yeah, you got. Oh my God. So yep. So you're a pup grandparent, and yeah, you gotta just take care of it now. You just gotta, just gotta let it be what it's gonna be. Just take care of it now, cause that's the situation. So hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh Y'all, why is telling me my battery running low? Y'all don't want to talk to me no more anyway. So, I just got to look at it like that. Maybe you did. I don't know. But, what am I going to have tonight? Tonight, I think I want to have a glass of wine tonight. You guys want some? Anybody else? Can I get you guys a glass of Chardonnay maybe? Maybe we can have girls talk tonight? Who want to have girls talk? We can like do like a pajama sleepover thing. Anybody interested? I know he does. Batman, it's other people for him to follow too. So he takes turns following us around. If I've been sitting by him for a long time, he will get up. He will follow me all around his house and outside the backyard to wherever I'm going. He will go, and then if I sit down on the couch, he'll sit down, put his head on my lap, and go to sleep or something. If I move, he'll start grunting like he got an attitude, like like how dare you get me uncomfortable? I'm like, boy, get out of here, out of here, out of here. I don't know. So, yes. Oh, dear, you down for the pajama jammy jam? You ain't got a drink. You ain't got a drink. You don't. And if you got your trees, I don't know if you got your trees. I don't do no trees or nothing, but if you got your trees, choo choo. Yeah. And then again, you can have a nice glass of water, okay? A nice glass of water and some good conversation, because baby, please, we do not have to be like we need no substance. I gotta finish my thing of water anyways. I told y'all, look, I finish this daily. I drink one of these a day. Because I gotta stay hydrated, because yeah, that's the thing. I got to get my hydration on. Just please. And it's been hot out here too, y'all. Now, why I seen this thing, you guys, let me tell you about it. Why don't know? Oh, I started looking kind of crazy myself. But anyways, why did I see this thing on TikTok where this dude gonna talk about who wants to join me on my new jet? And it's a picture of him walking up the stairs like he's about to get in his jet, right? And then he turns around, he kind of looks like he smiles, and then all of a sudden he's inside of the jet. You guys, AI play too much, because something told me to start focusing on this guy's feet. And there's like 4 stairs he's walking up. And so he walks up 1 stair, 2 stair, the 3rd stair is completely missing, but it shows his feet hitting the stair. And then he goes straight to 4. I'm like, that's AI. It's like, okay, so, and let me tell you something. There's a lot of scammers on TikTok. This is what I've seen. They will stay in your inbox. They will stay asking you, hey, how would you feel if I cashed out you $5,000? You're not going to cash out me anything. I'm not going to give you my cash app, okay? So let's stop the game. But it's a lot of scammers on there. And also I see that there's a lot of people who like to, they try to play the get you game, see how they can get you. Your AI is taking over. Hey, 11. Oh, I love that. 1111. Yes. Period. That's a nice name. But yeah, AI is definitely taking over. And I see, like when the guy was walking up the stairs, he was really trying to pull it off and see who he could convince that it was really him walking up those stairs. And I'm like, no, my guy, you're not going to convince me that you're on a freaking, yeah, hold on, I gotta charge this phone. You're not gonna try to convince me that you're on this jet when I'm watching you and I'm watching your feet and I see that you really ain't on this jet, right? But there's some people who are not gonna be as observative, and I don't catch everything myself. I'm not saying like, oh my God, these eyes see it all, because they don't, okay? But I caught that. Okay, so yeah, y'all gotta watch out. People, AI can do a lot. AI could do a lot. Don't sleep on AI is what I'm gonna say. Do not sleep on AI. You gotta pay attention. People be acting like they doing real stuff. They know how to create the right picture for the right moment to make you believe that is them or their situation. They know how to create the right background. You guys know AI can sing for you guys in music. Like if I wanted to write myself a theme song for my vlogs, right? I can tell AI, use these words and create me a song that has an R&B background or whatever kind of background that I say I want, right? And it can do that. And I can even tell it, keep the song under 30 seconds. AI can do all of that. It can. Gotta be careful. Wait, where you find those who want to cash app you money? Tell them, girl, tell them to send it my way. Girl, these people is scammers. Let me tell you, they are scammers. They will be saying, hey, how would you feel about, have you ever heard of pig pen? And then they'll say, have you ever heard of something? It's like all these different ways that they're trying to tell you that they want to gift you. And baby, it's a scam. Okay, I already know it's a scam. And the thing about it is, I'm not going to be entertaining these scammers like that. They can go on and forget about that. Nope. How would you feel about this or that? I don't feel anything about it because that's what I would. And then there's so many crypto scammers. Oh my God, they're insane. They were, oh yeah, how would you feel about that? I don't feel anything. I'll tell them very bluntly and directly. I have 100% of no interest whatsoever in cryptocurrency. I don't want to trade. I don't want nothing with Bitcoin. I don't. Please don't contact me again. I'm not interested because they will keep going. They will just keep going. So you have to have an eye for real things. Now you have to pay really close attention. You have to pay close attention. I'm telling y'all, people make things look so real. Like, for instance, you guys see me talking on this live to you right now, right? There is an option, I think, within AI that they can, no, within YouTube, I believe there's an option within YouTube where they will ask if they can use your videos or your likeness to help program AI. I always say no, and I turn those options off because the thing about it is, how do you guys know if I were to do that and you guys don't even know about it? How would you know if it was really me going live that you were talking to? Think about it. AI studies us like a clone would. Think about that. So my mannerisms, right? Do you think you can really identify Ty based on my mannerisms if somebody else came live tomorrow and they had the exact same mannerisms? They laughed the way I did. They were bubbly the way that I am. They had engaging conversation. How confident are you that you would be able to identify that that's the AI version and that is not Ty, opposed to, yes, 100% that is Ty? You see what I'm saying? That part right there. So when they start asking if it can use your likeness and all that stuff, no, you cannot use my likeness. No, I don't want you to track me. No, I don't want you to share certain parts of my information with your shareholders. No, I say no to all those things. I say no to all those things. Now, this is the other part of that. I'm not crazy enough to think that they don't have loopholes tied up to their terms and conditions. I'm wise enough to know that when we agree to use these platforms, baby, they're TOS. Okay, let's think about these terms of service. Their TOS has so much language that's written so small that you need a microscope to really get a good look at it. And then it's the legal verbiage to it so jumbled, you ain't even going to understand most of the stuff you're even agreeing to. But you want to get through and say, yes, you can get on. And they know that. And they bet on that. Okay, so I know that there's loopholes that even though I say, nope, you can't use my likeness, no, I don't want you to track me, and no, I don't want you to share my information with your shareholders, they will do it anyway. And if I ever disputed it, not just me, meaning the average person, right? I represent the average person, right? They would have it sewed up in legal jargon. Just know that. Just my thoughts. Putting a little fat on your head to give you something to think about. That's what I'm saying. Thank y'all for the thumbs up, okay? Thank you, guys. You're wide awake, great energy. But I forgot it's 7:40 there, 10:40 here. Oh, yeah, it's late for you. Okay. Living after 50. Well, I love you lots. I really appreciate you coming in. And you're right. I'll tell you, baby, I'm a live wire. But that do not mean y'all got to stay here with me either. But I appreciate the ones who want to. If you want to, you can. But if you got to go, I understand that. They are programming AI really to clone humans. Let's think about that. What I mean by cloning us is to be able to assimilate our likeness. To, like I said, the example I used was, how well would you guys be able to say if, boom, say 30 days from now, it's just hypothetically speaking, boom, Ty went missing or something. How would you guys be able to conclusively say if they put an AI person on there and said, she's not missing here, she's right here. And they're talking and they're going live and they're releasing videos once a week and they're doing reels and they've studied me really good. How would you be able to conclusively say that is 100% Ty versus that's not her, that's an AI person? Kind of reminds me of that Netflix movie with Jamie Foxx. I think it was Who Cloned Tyrone. I could be wrong about that. I think it's the name is something like that. And we're teaching them how to, and we are. Yep. You guys all know this. AI clone, yep. Yeah, yeah, heck yeah. I say no, heck yeah. Absolutely not. What if USP is AI? Just crossed my mind. United States USP? USPS? I'm not sure what you mean, but because I mean, unless I'm on a slow bus right now. And that's very much so possible. Very possible, by the way. I don't know, but what if who? I tell you guys, we as human beings right now, we're in a very interesting part of reality, right? Our reality is very interesting right now because things are so new to us. And while we feel like we're getting ahead of it, like for the people who are actively teaching themselves about AI, baby, we are behind the belt because the powers that be that even put AI in place, AI is light years ahead of what we already know to be real, right? They're already light years ahead of what we even know to be real right now. So, what does this mean for us in like the grand scheme of things? I don't know. But one thing that I have done, I have recently taken some AI classes. And I took them not too long ago and I got me some certificates. Like I graduated the classes because I wanted to arm myself on making sure that I have not just a general understanding, but a pretty good understanding of how the pros and cons of using AI and what, different things that we can expect. One of the things that I will say is a big thing that people need to keep in mind is if you ever use AI for business, or something like that, always check the outsource. Always check the output of AI. Here's what I mean by that. If you ask AI a question, and you might want to know, AI, um, if it's a business question, whatever your business is, you ask AI a business question, right? And AI gives you an answer. But you better read over that answer word for word before you send it out anywhere because AI can produce what we call hallucinations. What hallucinations mean is misinformation, okay? It can give you misinformation for a couple of reasons. But the two most prominent reasons it can give you misinformation is because one, AI was not programmed with enough data to be able to give you an accurate answer, or two, if it doesn't have enough data, or it was programmed with a bias. AI, you guys know anything that's programmed by man, right, can have a bias. Anything, okay? The bias could be that AI only gives certain answers to certain zip codes. If you guys are following the train, it can. So that's a real thing. Now, although my phone is sitting here on the charger, it is still giving me things talking about I only got like 10% left. I don't know why. It's sitting here on the charger. I don't know. Maybe AI said, look, we had enough of you, Heather. You're not finna keep coming up in here telling all about. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I say no as well. Interesting timing, very interesting. Had to prove Hard to prove identity with AI rather than authenticate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a big one. It's true.